Sup everyone, Creamshot here, and I'm going to react to episode 91, 90, and 92, that was a weird order, for Hunter x Hunter. I got a new mic. Let me know how it sounds. Usually I would wear my headset and I'd put my mic to it, but really when I'm watching an episode, all I'm using the headset for is to hold the mic in like that. That's the only reason why I'm wearing the headset, and I thought that was stupid. I should get a real mic, because I would blast the reaction on my speakers, because again I'm wearing a headset, so I put the volume really loud so that the mic, not only can the mic pick up what I'm reacting to, but so I can actually hear the episode. But now that that's done, I don't have to wear this anymore. Yeah, so yeah, let me know how it sounds. I was still messing with the levels, but I think I got it to a point where it sounds good enough. I'll probably still go through like a post process on the sound after I'm done with the reaction, but yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happened last time. We had Gon and Killua. This is the last day where they can go up against Knuckle and Shoot. And we haven't seen how Shoot fights. We just know he's a coward. But like I said before, there's got to be a reason why he's up there with Knuckle. He's got to have something, even though he doesn't like the fight because he's a, you know, they say he's a coward. There's got to be something special to him, you know, or else why would he have the opportunity to go to the NGL country to help out with Netero and the others? And we'll finally get to see Killua fight. He fought with Bisky, which the scenes were kind of hard to watch because of how she looked, and I'm trying to focus on what was going on, the dialogue I mean, but how she looked kind of ruined it. Like I couldn't focus because of what they were showing me, but you know, I got the gist of it, right? We had the what was it, the final Royal Guardian. He came out, his name is PITOU. PITOU. They call him Yuppie for short. So yeah, there's shorter names. We got PITOU for the one I don't like. Poof. Shia Poof. I think it's just Poof. Still kind of stupid to call him that, but whatever. And then the other one would just be Yuppie. Yeah, I don't understand the Queen's naming naming abilities right now. I'm curious as to what the king is going to be called. Or maybe the king will just name himself. Who knows? But yeah, this is the final fight for Gon and Killua to prove themselves so that they can get the tokens from Knuckle and Shoot. Let's see how that goes. That's right, there was also talk about how Bisky was laying it out for Killua that based on how he was raised, he'll eventually leave Gon to die. So yeah, she's saying it's better to leave him now than during that crucial moment. Interest and girth. You gotta admit, Shoot kinda has a cool design. Okay, so it's not gonna be like a tag team battle. They're gonna go 1v1 separated. Oh, they're going into the forest, shooting Killua. The shirt came off. He's serious now. Ooh, wasn't fast enough though. The reaction time for Gon is not up to par yet. Doesn't his pants seem a little too high up to you? What is that? Yeah, what is that? It had 210, now it says 231. Oh, Knuckles going easy on him anyway. Wait, is he charging him money? Chapter 7 Bankruptcy. It's harmless and invincible, and over time the interest will just keep getting higher. It keeps getting bigger too. But at the same time, he's giving the Nen to Gon at this moment. I'm trying to figure out why is he doing this. Usually when there's an interest or something. Whoa. Well, that was a big jump. Oh, so every time he gets hit, it adds to it too. All you need to know, Gon, is with the interest keeps going up, that's bad on your part. Bad on anybody's part. I wasn't expecting an accounting lesson. Yeah, yeah, I'm with Gon on this one. You usually expend 1 per second. Once the fight begins. Yeah, that would expend it faster. This is making Knuckles seem less of a knuckle brain. It sounds like Knuckle is giving him his Nen so that the fight would be on par to what Gon's normal Nen would be, because he's explaining it as if he has depleted more Nen than he should have. Gon, I mean. Like he depleted more Nen than he should have in the last fight that they had. So now he's kind of giving him Nen in order to be where I think Gon would have been at had he not fight the last time or something like that. But then there's also the what was it? There's also the interest thing. What is that interest? I mean, I've taken accounting, but that was years ago. But it doesn't sound like it's that far from this. I wasn't expecting this kind of attack. I mean, I like math. If I remember how it works. If you don't remember how it works, then it's just frustrating. Yeah, this is exactly like accounting class. Talking about interest, banks. This is true. Because the if it's taking interest on the amount that's already there, that amount of interest is going to increase as well. Because it's at a static interest rate, I believe. So every single time that interest is added, then the more the interest can take out of it and then send back in. I don't know if this makes sense, but I think I get the gist of it. Unable to use any Nen. I didn't get that last part, but it sounded like he eventually will take away all of Gon's Nen. Knuckle looks surprised right there. Okay, so like the more Gon hits him, then the number will go down, I think. Only 100. Wow, that whole first part of the show was just talking about numbers. It makes sense that they would do their battle in the forest among trees, because it kind of adds to the assassin aspect, I think. I mean, looking at Shoot, he looks like he's also an assassin, but weak-minded one. What's glowing? Oh, he has a green Nen. The green kind of gives off an ominous feel to it, but not as bad as the Royal Guard's Nen. I saw a red star. What the? Three hands. And they're all the left hand. All three of them. Manipulator. Yeah! Finally. I don't think he was expecting that much force from the yo-yos. Yo-yo force field. Okay, now he's having a mental battle with himself right now. Based on what he was raised to be doing and what Bisky was showing him. Ooh. What is that on his cheek? His body's not listening because of, yeah. He isn't sure of what is right and what is wrong to do at the moment. Both Knuckle and Shoot, they're very considerate on their opponent. At least for Gon and Killua. I don't know what they would normally think about their opponent, but you can tell that they're really thinking about the battle and what would be best for them in a way. There it is again. You know, I never really thought about it, but will Killua eventually fight Erumi? I'd like to see that. It's the fault of whoever taught you to fight. Those eyes of his just... like he's not even human. Why does it make it so that we can't see his left eye when he turned around? Yeah, now he can't see through his left... Oh! Oh, that was the attack that Shoot did to him. When he hit him in the cheek, I think. Whee! He sensed him. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with, you know, getting out of the way of an opponent's attack. I don't consider that running away. Oh no, no yo-yos! No, you need the yo-yos! He just seems reckless right now. I mean, he did see the electricity real briefly. Never over pursue. He's only been using the yo-yo as a defensive mechanism. I wanted him to use it offensively like he did before. His eye, left eye, kind of has like the white noise thing on a TV when it goes out. Alright, back to the Chimera Ant Army. Here we go. Here we go. Aw. Alright, that was my reaction to episode 90. I was not expecting a lot of that. Like the whole first portion with Knuckle and Gon was mostly dropping a whole bunch of information. I was totally on the same page with Gon. I was not following everything. I do understand that it had to do with accounting. I've took an accounting class before, but that was years ago. You know, if you don't remember the terminologies, the acronyms that they use, it gets very confusing. Even though it really is simple math when it comes to accounting, if you don't know what goes where, that's when you messed up. And it's very easy to mess up in accounting if you don't know to minus or to add numbers here and there. I was thinking that adding interest, like there's a certain point where Knuckle was saying once it hits like 10,000 of interest, it'll eventually turn into something else, and then it'll be like full-on Zetsu, he was saying, to where the person can't use Nen for like a long period of time, which would cement the idea of Gon going back to the NGO pipe dream at that point. Yeah, it got really confusing, but I noticed that yes, if you get hit, you're sending Nen back. So the idea is to, even though there's like some ups to it, right? It's kind of like an actual loan from a bank or something, because if you get the loan, you get like money, and you have more you can do. In this case, it's like more Nen to Gon. Knuckle is giving Nen to Gon, and Gon can send it right back, but he won't feel weak, he feels powerful, but he has to be fast or else the interest will just keep growing. And it bases the interest off of the number that's already there. So if it's like the number, if you're starting at like 50 and there's like an interest rate that's static, it'll take that percentage, that static rate out of the 50 from what I believe, and then it'll add that percentage back to the 50, and then it takes that number using the static rate, so it'll eventually be a bigger interest that'll be taken from that number and then added on top of it. So that's why the interest in the number just started to propel faster to a higher number. So yeah, it doesn't seem like Gon is doing enough damage to where he can send the Nen back fast enough. And Knuckle has the idea that he won't let him use the Jinjunkin move, right? that was his whole goal in this match, I think. Knuckle doesn't want Gon to use his most powerful attack, because that could make Knuckle slip up and lose the battle. But then we jump to Shoot and Killua. Killua, he has that internal, struggle going on within him. He has his habitual side that was, the advice he was given from Meruem growing up, and it has been ingrained in his body, and he's trying to fight it based on what Bisky was saying, because he does not want to be that friend that ditches Gon during that crucial moment where Gon could die without him. I think that he was able to push through it, but then he lost the yo-yos. He started to get reckless, and he had already given away his power for a brief second earlier, and that's why Shoot knew to jump back away from the electricity. And that in a way shocked Killua, because now he's at like a standstill. It's like, oh, that was his moment to try and overcome the battle, overcome his habits. But yeah, it's not going so well for both of them right now. Not to mention he has that left eye thing that's going on. When Shoot got the first hit in, I noticed it had like this weird black and gray stuff going on, and it was like kind of spreading. And I noticed it when Killua backed away and you see him from afar. I thought it was just natural lighting, how all of a sudden, or not natural lighting, but like the type of style they were going for, like how some they would like block parts of the character's face because of they wanted that to be darkened, but it looked too obvious why that was being blackened out. So eventually it's not there, he's saying, and it looks like white noise from like a TV with no channel on, old school. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't look good for both of them. I'm hoping they can get through this. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get through this. They have to go back to the NGO. I hope Netero, what are the other two names? Nov and Morel? Yeah, you gotta help them guys out. And one of them has to lose their bet. Yeah, and at the very end we had the king. He's about to be born. We'll probably find out finally you know, see how powerful the king is next episode. Actually, I want them to finish the fight first when we jump into the next one. I don't want it to go back to the ant army just yet. I want to finish the fight with Gon, Killua, Knuckle, and Shoot. I want to get that over with. Cement the idea that they are going to go recover maybe a little bit and eventually meet up with Netero and them. Then you can go back into the ant army stuff, because my focus right now is that, because I feel like this episode 90 had like too much there was too much fluff going on, not enough action. It did bring yo-yos, that was good enough for me. But I think I yabbered on long enough. Let's just get back into the reaction. 91. Is it gonna spread? Okay, before it hits 10,000, so Gon still has a ways to go. He still has time. The strong and the weak. No, go back to the battle. Oh, that's kind of cool. They have a bit of a... I forget what those called. Ooh. I just thought of something. Once the king is born, he eventually gets a queen. Is it gonna be, you know, like one from... Well, of course it'd be PITOU, right? Oh yeah, she's in pain. Because a lot of the time she would just lay like a little orb thing. Yeah, that guy looks like Cell. She'd lay an orb thing and leave it off to the side. It wouldn't be on her person. So I think that's why she was in so much pain. But this guy was like, no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm out. Cell looked cooler. He does have the evil look down though. Ooh. I actually like the penguin guy. He was like the most chill out of all of them. Safe to say the queen's gonna die? Because the penguin dude was just saying all her organs were all over the place or something. Yeah, she don't look too good. Blood from the mouth. At least she can't make any more of them. That looks like a... The end piece kind of looks like a syringe. It doesn't look as much like how Cell's is. Like with Cells, it could open up and absorb the androids, but then this one looks like a straight up syringe to me. Even has that little angle. Oh! He's that far away? The tail can reach that far? Oh, he was eating the penguin dude. I would think Shiapoof could read his mind as well. He's the shortest one. Then again, he was just born. Maybe it takes time. But nah, Yuppie was born like that. What is this guy? Oh yeah, the queen's gone. She's only gonna follow the king. This is true. Yeah. Why don't you like PITOU? I don't know, because she's like bad. And again, I don't care much for the queen either. I don't care for any of these guys. Maybe the penguin. But he's dead now. What happened to the koala guy? We haven't seen him in ages. Strong tail. He actually gives more Frieza vibes than Cell, honestly. He's kind of showing off right now, but I could care less. Are you gonna grow wings too? Oh, that's right. He does have wings in the intro. They look more like bird wings, though. He's not. Oh, he doesn't like it. Bland. He wants the Nen users. Wait, he's going to them for help? Damn. I mean, he ate most of the penguin, dude. Why not just finish the 1 foot that was left? Where are they going? There's still humans around. Run! Ooh. Oh, no sound, no nothing, just silhouette. He's gonna eat the kid's brain? Oh my god. I like how you don't hear anything from these people. They made it so that it's like from their perspective, how they don't feel anything killing these people. Yeah! Was she... That's right! Oh, and he's eating them. At least they're not wasted, I guess. Ah, if only you did. Are they just gonna leave? Go about, spread across the world or something? I don't know about that, dude. I mean, you guys can do what you want, but trying to be a king compared to the actual king? Oh, kill that thing. Wait a minute. Wasn't Ramont on board with following? Wasn't Ramont gonna follow PITOU and in extension follow the king? Why is he on that side? This is a very interesting development where he came to them asking for help. What? Copulate with females of other species so they can basically rape humans. Damn, Colt is all in. Hold on. Did they just skip the battle? Wait, that's Knuckle. And that's Shoot. Oh wait, they're all there. Okay. It looks like that thing appeared. They didn't win. Oh man, I feel for you, Gon, but it's too late. I mean, you can bring back his body. That would be the respectful thing to do, right? And that thing is just going to be stuck on Gon for a while, where he cannot use his Nen, from what I understand. Oh, I hope they don't die. I actually like them. Especially Knuckle. I haven't gotten to see much of Shoot so far. So what, are they just going to hang out at the border or something? This was just a send-off? You guys are just kids. It's fine. Damn, that thing was up there. Took... Oh... Right before he was gonna do it. I just realized, wouldn't Palm be really pissed at them right now? Where is she? Maybe she chewed them out earlier and we just didn't see it yet. Like, it'll probably be in like a flashback or something, maybe. Yeah. So they're not waiting at the border. They're gonna go back to the nearest city, I guess, where these guys were hanging out. Kite's disciples. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, he can't use it for 30 days. Oh wow, that scenario may come quicker than Bisky was expecting, no? Gon cannot use his Nen for 30 days. Killua's telling himself that he'll protect him during that time. But that's also like the perfect chance for that scenario to come. That prediction that Bisky was talking about, how Killua may just leave Gon to preserve his own life. Alright, that was my reaction to episode 91. Little disappointed that we didn't get to see the fight between Knuckle, Gon, Shoot, Killua. But just that little flashback explained everything. At least on Gon's side. I don't know about Killua, but you know, obviously he didn't win either because wouldn't that be weird? Like if Gon lost and then Killua won, so it'll be like Knuckle and Killua going in. Does that work? Can it work like that? I don't think so. Like it has to be a pair that they've worked with. It has to be Knuckle, Shoot, or Gon, Killua. But that would have been interesting had one of them won and the other one lost. So you have like a mixed tag team going in to help as a backup. But yeah, the king is born and he doesn't give a shit about anyone. I like him though. Can you guess why? Yeah, that's why. That's why I like the king. But they, yeah. As soon as he was born, the Royal Three Guards, it's like, yep, I don't have to follow. I don't answer to any of you guys. I only answer to the king. Again, it made me confused on why Vermont was on that side, where, because when Neferupito was born, he was all about serving her and whoever she serves. So I was expecting him to be like right on their tail, following them wherever the king is going. But no, he's right there with the other guys that are like, you know what, the queen is pretty much donezo, so we're gonna just go off on our own and do our own thing, you know? And he was part of that group, so loyalty is very fragile to this guy. I don't know. But yeah, it was also revealed that you don't have to have the queen to reproduce. Apparently any Chimera Ant soldier or squad leader could copulate with any female from any other species and they can reproduce that way. So I expect rape to happen at its worst. That'll probably happen in the story, I mean. But yeah, that was cold when they landed in that farm patch. The parents were just brutally murdered, both of their heads, and it wasn't decapitation. He obliterated their heads. Their heads were gone, donezo. But I liked how it was just no sound from the child's perspective, and all you see is like a silhouette. That's all you needed. It really reflected on how they view other species, the royal guards and the king himself. Like, you don't hear anything from the human side. You don't hear their plea, their cries. It's just silence, and you only hear the dialogue between them. It shows, to me, it seems like they're trying to force their perspective from the royal guards and the king's perspective on how they view everything else. Like it's not that important. Without the sound and how it was seen, or is that the right word? Seen? How it looked. You know, it was very. There was no guilt in the pleasure, or not really pleasure. There was no guilt in the killing. None of that. They really were treated like bugs. The bugs were treating the humans like bugs. You know. Probably the most interesting development was Colt realizing that they have no chance. We need help from the humans, the rare ones, the ones that use Nen. And he pulls up on Morel and Nov with a white flag saying, "I surrender," or "We surrender." I can't remember if he was talking with the other soldiers, squadron leaders and such about surrendering to the humans. He kind of went off on his own. And it sounded like that's, you know, discussion again with Vermont and those other guys, Hagia, you know, most of them, majority of them wanted to just go off on their own. So when Colt was saying we surrender, he's probably just talking about the ones that were in the minority of that discussion while he was away. And yeah, he's all in. Like, after he explained everything to them, they were like, okay, we're gonna show you to our boss, but even after you tell him everything, I don't think he's gonna leave you, let you go alive. And he was like, that's fine, you know. So Colt is all in. I actually think Colt is like, he was like one of the first to be born, and at the same time he seemed to be the most level-headed out of everyone else that came after him, that actually had some fight. I feel like the Penguin was very level-headed. He was like the smart one, but he wasn't a fighter. He just stayed at the base, collected info, distributed information to them as he analyzed it. I don't know what to say about him getting eaten, and he just leaves. It's like he ate most of the body, and then once he got to the foot, he's just like, ugh, disgusting, and he throws it away. You might as well just finish it off completely, you know? You only had a foot left. Yeah, and the kicker was that they actually didn't win. Gon and Killua did not win against Knuckle and Shoot. Again, they're sending in people that I like. I like Knuckle, I like Shoot. Not so much as Knuckle. I like Knuckle more than Shoot right now. Because again, I don't know much about Shoot other than he has a green Nen. He's a coward, but still he gets the job done. He has this weird touch ability that like makes you go blind depending on where he hits you. But yeah, for 30 days, Gon can't use his Nen. And it just so happens that the scenario Biscuit was talking about has presented itself to where, should, you know, stuff hit the fan, Killua may leave Gon to preserve his own life, leaving Gon to die. We'll see. I'm guessing that this next episode is going to be a time skip. They time skipped. They completely went over the battle that I was expecting in this one, but you know, 30 days, and we're focusing on Gon and Killua. There's got to be a time skip. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, episode 92. Let's get it. Is this the first time Gon lost a battle? I know he's won most of them, but was this really the first time he lost? I can see why if it is his first, because he's taking it really hard. 1 wish and 2 promises. I'm thinking Leorio right now. Because didn't Leorio want to be a doctor? He just asked for surgeons and all these medical people to come in and help. I'm expecting Leorio to come in right now. Why'd he cut his hair? Well, at least Netero didn't kill Colt. It's his heart t-shirt. A lucky shirt he only wears when he fights for real. I can understand that. He thought it was just a rumor. Ooh, look at that. How does my Nen compare to the king? Ooh, that's not good. And he's laughing. Happy to hear that. Oh, he wants that. They don't feel so sure about it. Off to see an old acquaintance. Do we know this old acquaintance? I find it interesting that they're actually bringing a lot of the humans to the nest to help the queen. Like, is the king coming back home? I guess he can just be a drifter and go wherever he feels. He has no attachment to the place. And I think a lot of people... Yeah, they're all gone. Oh, it's the koala dude. It doesn't seem like we're getting Leodio. Will she survive? I kind of don't want her to survive because she's like the cause of all this. She made Neferupito, so an extension of not liking Neferupito, I don't like the queen. But I understand where Colt's coming from. For Colt, save the queen. For me personally, don't save the queen. That's right, she doesn't talk. Is she only caring about the king right now? Yeah. She only thinks of the king right now. I think she's worried because he was born too soon. I think that was it. Yeah. He ain't coming back. Send the king off at once. I mean, with that much nin, I think he does. They are putting that stuff together with a whole bunch of machinery. I mean, I guess they have to if most of the organs were crushed. Oh, we're gonna hear the name of the king, huh? Come on. Come on, one more stupid name. Come on. Meruem? It means the light that illuminates all. Meruem. Meruem? I don't know how I feel about that name. It doesn't sound stupid like Shia Poof, at least. Oh, she did. Failed to protect her again. From when he was human. Colt was the first to be born, and the first humans she ate were the two kids. That makes sense. Now that I think about it, I think there was a comment about that. But I didn't quite understand it until now. What? What is it? Is there another life in her? What is it? Oh, wow. One last birth from the queen. It's so small you can't even tell if it'll grow up to look like a human or something else. What's he doing? That's what he was thinking about. He's got the runny nose and everything. So the title card said 2 promises. This is the first promise. What would the next one be? That's right. They're master and disciple. It makes sense that they have the same type of mindset. I wonder if this baby will eventually grow up. Yeah, it is the kids from before. Whatever happened to the mom? She was kind of rejected as an option for food for the Chimera Ant Queen. Would she be around somewhere still? You know, and all anorexic like? I forgot her name. Oh. Yeah, she was getting off that look where she couldn't stand the look of gone. Wait, Neferpito went with the king. Did they just ditch Kite at the base, the Ant Army base? Spin. That was her name. Small-billed swan. She bought the entire area where the mine is. Of course, the mine is closed down. She only cares about the species of bird? Of course, because he could relate growing up. I don't know how she feel about inviting them once she finds out that they left Kite and Kite died. I mean, she could take it badly in that regard. Assuming they get through this. They're gonna find Kite. Because Neferpito ditched him. Or maybe some of the squadron leaders came back. You can hear something moving around. It is Kite. He's like a zombie. What happened? Yep. Now that the queen is dead, the squadron leaders are out. And the king is going about his own business. All of them had no reason to stay there anymore. Republic of East Gorteo. I can see him making that his base. Alright, that was my reaction to episode 92. So, they brought Colt back with them to like the Hunters Association. Made a deal. Try to save the queen. I didn't really care if she lived or not, but she didn't live. They tried. You have all the squadron leaders going about doing their own thing. The king is doing his own thing now. I think he's gonna make that place that we saw last his new base of operations. But yeah, again, all of the soldiers, the squadron leaders, they could just go about and they want to become like their own king, you know. They're not gonna be anything to the real king, but they can make their own little domain, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, Knuckle and Shoot, they ran into Kite. Like I thought, they freaking Neferpito, she ditched Kite at the base, and he doesn't look good. He don't look good at all. He's like zombie Kite right now. And I don't know what the second promise was. In the title card it said 2 promises, but I only remembered the one with Morel, between Morel and Colt, saying, you know, if you're not gonna eat any more humans, I'll protect you, you know. And that was in line with Nicole's thinking about coming to the NGO to take on the Chimera ants in the first place. Should they eat humans? Nah, man, you better get out of my face right now. But yeah, there was one more life that came out of the queen. Really small baby. Really small. So small you can't even tell if it's gonna grow up to be human looking or, you know, something else. But yeah. The king is now in the Republic of, I don't know how you pronounce it. It was like Gorteu or something like that. Like plateau, but it's with the Gorto or something like that. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. But he might not even, I don't think that's in the I don't think that's in the NGO. region anymore. It's like in another country on that continent, I think. I was hoping that Leorio was going to come up when Netero was talking about bringing in surgeons and all these medical supplies to help, save the queen. I was hoping we'd get like a bit of Leorio come back, but nope, none of that. It was really short. It would have been sad to just bring him in just for that piece too, because now he would have been smack dab in a place where I don't see him being able to get out alive. Should things go bad. There was like maybe 4 of the original squadron leaders that decided to not leave. 4 at most, if you include Colt. Because I saw the koala guy. He's there. He's still drinking. But yeah, we have Kite as a zombie. The king's about. Everything is getting out of hand. Maybe a month to get those tokens were too much time. It was too early, the queen's birth for the king. Yeah, that's right. When she was still conscious, she was like worried about there being defects because he came about too early. And there was also the whole thing where, because I remember I had a YouTube comment, but I couldn't quite understand what they were saying. But now it makes sense, and kind of goes back to that part where it had the frog dude, like when they were all gonna gang up. I think it was like Hagia's soldiers. They were ganging up on Kite, Gon, Killua, and they were doing like this one-on-one thing. And when it came to Kite's turn, he just killed every one of them. And at the very end, the Toad guy that was kind of orchestrating the whole thing, he was like, "Oh, I remember this is death." So he had memories of what he once was, which seemed like the frog portion of him. So going back to Colt, something about his relationship of memories was coming back to him. The other Chimera Ant guys, I forget which one it was a smaller one. He was talking about like how, yes, we do retain some of our memories from what we once were, some more than others, but yeah. So Colt was based off of the 2 kids that the queen ate for the first time, humans. Again, Colt seemed to be the only level-headed Chimera Ant soldier out of all the rest that came afterwards. Aside from the 2 that stayed, or the 3 that stayed, I'm mostly thinking it's the 2 that were standing and talking. The koala, I like the guy, but he doesn't seem like he cares so much, because he was still drinking in the corner. But regardless, I'm glad that he wasn't one of the majority that left. But yeah, things progressed real quickly in these last 3 episodes. From the whole knuckle and shoot with Gon and Killua battle being blown off, mostly, and the whole surrender, save the queen, king doesn't care, they go off on their own. Everybody goes off on their own. Yeah, it got to a point where I'm not really sure what the timing is going to be, because it's all over the place now. They got free reign. Nothing is holding them back to just leave, and that's what they did. They just left. They're going to do their own things, same like the king. And yeah, Gon could run into any of them, and he only has Killua, who's going to stay next to him to rely on to help him out during that time. Again, Gon got over it. He knew he was weak, but he realized that he can't be like that forever. And I saw Spinner. Is it Spinner? Spin? I saw that she was getting antsy just seeing him in that state for a while, and you could see it. But then Gon, he recovered. She was like, "All right, that's fine." But yeah, all in all, was a good 3 episodes. Can't wait for the next 3. I'm curious as to whether or not the king is going to find an interest in anything rather than trying to find humans that control Nen. Because that'd be rather boring, no? Anyway, I think I yammered on long enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Shoots!